do, everybody? Welcome to Porché Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a new moon reading. The new moon is coming in Capricorn on the 12th. I am recording this as of January 10th, Sunday, January 10th, and I can already feel that new energy coming in. I did already pull an overarching energy card. Ooh, interesting. These cards don't want to shuffle. An overarching energy card for the new moon in Capricorn. I'll pull another from the Gaia Oracle, but I did just pull the new moon in Capricorn card from the Moonology deck, and we have your hard work is paying off. The new moon in Capricorn energy is generally about, and I mean, I guess this is no surprise, about setting your intentions for the year. It's a time of really realizing how far you've come and what you are meant to continue to bring into the new year. It's really about envisioning your next year, your next 5 years. A lot of this energy is about work. Obviously, it can be about anything, but the energy of work is really present here. So whether you are at your job and you're envisioning what you want your year to be like, if you're planning on looking into a new job into this year, the energy of the new moon in Capricorn is about envisioning. And I think for this reading, we'll think about the next year. A lot of people do their New Year's resolutions in December. Or like very early in January. I like to take the full month of January. I don't really do resolutions, but to really think about what I want the next year to look like. And it's a little hard, specifically now. I think things have changed quite a bit in terms of like envisioning like the next thing, because you never know what's going to happen from the outside. But I do think that the last year has taught us that a lot of the things that we should or want or think about manifesting should be a little bit more internal. We did pull perception beyond the veil of illusion. And I think that fits into what I was talking about in terms of knowing that, you can't quite wish. I think at this point last year, I was like, I just want like a new job. I want to be working in a bigger company. I wanted more community, more opportunity to be around more folks like me. And obviously, with the year, it's kind of hard. It was kind of hard to do that. But I think I did do that. I think outside of work, I found opportunities to sort of be social, to be around people, or not around people, I mean, in a virtual sense, right? I joined different meetings, and I built a community, albeit an online community, but a community that when the world gets back to normal, I'll be able to look at those relationships that I created. So, this perception, this beyond the veil of illusion, I think the illusion is that anything that we set our minds to or that we look towards manifesting will look exactly like we thought it should. And it never does. When you manifest with other people, or when you manifest with other people in mind specifically, it almost invariably, it invariably always changes. It will. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Underneath the deck, we have the 10 of Cups, so an energy of abundance, an energy of happiness here. We also have the 2 of Pentacles, so balancing obligations. The 2 of Pentacles to me can really speak of hard work and the games that we play to balance out the things in our lives. And underneath the deck, we have the Death card, 13, Death, Rebirth, as well as the 8 of Wands. So there's some fast-moving energy. There's some things coming in pretty quickly. I think as you start to envision the next year, the energy of this is sort of like set your intentions and set them with purpose. because I think things are going to start manifesting a lot faster. We are moving into Aquarius season soon. Happy birthday, Aquarius. Also, happy birthday, Capricorn. I think that this next year is going to really show us that the things that you want to manifest into your life will come a lot faster in this new energy. We're moving into an air energy from an earth energy that we have been in for the last 200 years. So things are changing here, and they're going to be a lot faster. So I think that this energy calls for, things are going to start moving faster, and you're going to start seeing it really soon. And this energy of death, rebirth, cycles, transformation, these things will start to happen faster. So we have to be aware of what we are trying to manifest, because I think those things are going to come a lot quicker than you expect. Okay. So we have the energy here of the Page of Cups. This is showing up as you or us. This is a collective reading, so for everybody. So this is a period of dreaming. I think everyone, or at least everyone watching this video, is moving into an energy of sort of envisioning, of dreaming, of thinking about what they want to bring into the world. There is heavy energy of work here, as I said. New moon in Capricorn brings in work, and the universe, God, your higher power is working on your work right now. So this is an energy of dreaming. I laugh because this situation has to do with new beginnings around work, new beginnings here on the physical plane. So take care in what you're dreaming about. The page energy can be very young. It can be very idealistic, and there is a time to ground that energy, and to really think about, if you are dreaming about something and there is a new beginning that's starting for you, a new project, new work, a new opportunity, and this could even be opportunities in love, new contracts, new ways of doing relationship. It's good to dream. It's good to envision. It is good to figure out what you love. And as things begin, there is an energy here of learning that things take time. I don't think they're going to start taking as much time as you think, especially with the Aquarius energy coming in. And the opportunity here is kind of success. This is moving fast, moving towards something fast, this Chariot energy. I think the mistake here is to, as you envision things, as you dream, just being aware of the manifestations that you are creating, being aware that energy is starting to move faster, so that if you want something, it's very easy in this age of Aquarius to see things move too fast or move beyond you, move away from you, because you're not aware that you have to ground the energy in now. We only have the present, and the past and the future are like, they're fleeting, and they're these thoughts. But I think what I'm trying to say is be careful of the energy of thinking that things are going to take longer than you want them to, because it's very possible that you'll miss the boat on that manifestation. What you don't know is happening is the Nine of Pentacles energy. So I feel like we're all moving into an energy of taking care of ourselves, really deeply taking care of ourselves. I think as the world starts to open back up, and as we start to have more community and be around people more, we've all gone through this experience of 2020 together. But we've all gone through this sense of like isolation and needing to take time and needing to be alone, and learning how to be alone, learning how to be in self. And there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. And I think the energy here that you're not seeing is that we as a collective are starting to understand the difference, and not mistake those things for each other. What's coming here is this sense of success. this sense of admiration. I think as we move more into this energy, our individual successes will start to manifest more. So as you're working towards something, I think people around you will start to notice it, and there's an admiration here. There's also a deep, deep sense of vulnerability from being seen. So oftentimes we'll put ourselves out there, we'll want to be seen. And then, I mean, just think about a platform or any social media platform, right? You put your thoughts out there and then immediately you're opening yourself up for, as eyes are on you, there's a sense of admiration, but there's also this sense of like, what does this person think about me? What are, comments start rolling in, that sort of energy. Seems like there's some success coming in the near future, but with success comes an opening to vulnerability, and vulnerability is really important. There's really no human state in which we're not vulnerable. We're brought into this world vulnerable, and we start to put this armor around ourselves as we grow up and we age. So allow yourself to dream. I think it's coming to you. I think it's coming. Whatever you're dreaming is coming to you, but in that dreaming, in that manifesting, you have to also allow yourself to be vulnerable. In the recent past, we have the Two of Swords. So collectively, there's been this energy of not knowing, being at a stalemate, right? Being at a stalemate with society. I had this experience as I was thinking about, I still am having a hard time envisioning what I want 2021 to be like. It seems like we're coming out of that energy, but I almost feel like I don't know what I want to bring into 2021 because there was a lot of disappointment in 2020 in terms of I put these ideas and these thoughts into the world and they didn't happen. But I think there's a lot of strength that comes with that. As you show up in this situation, this is really a time to sort of take control of your life, take control of what you want, take control and do the work, do the hard work. The Emperor is Aries energy. It's starting, it's initiation, it's bringing things into form. So there's a lot of work for the thing that you want to create. The potential is there, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of initiative. So start that thing now. In the near future, right in front of you, we have conflict energy. So there is a sense of winning and losing. I've heard a lot of energy around feeling like we lost 2020 and somehow 2021 is going to be the winner. And that is the precise energy that leaves us in conflict, feeling like there is a prize or something to win or lose. And I think most of us were indoctrinated into this system. If you think about school and sort of any energy around that, we're indoctrinated into this system of thinking that there is a prize. And if you envision something, if you dream about something a certain way and it doesn't quite happen that way, it's a loss. It is not a loss. So I think this is an internal conflict, really. I do see that in the recent past where there's been this internal struggle, this stalemate behind like, where do I go? What am I bringing into the world? What do I want? But I do get the sense that there's going to be a lot of growth and stepping away from conflict energy. And I know it's pervasive around the planet right now, particularly in the US, but there is a need or a time for us to step away from it. Hopes and dreams have to do with the lovers, love. What do you love if this is a new opportunity around work? What do you love? And really figuring that out. The six in the major arcana, the lovers, is Gemini energy, and it also talks about choices and making the right choices. And there seems to be some energy in the past about an inability to make choices, or a fear of making choices, or hoping that we make the right choice. So that is what is showing up in the hopes and fears. In our outcome, we have the Four of Cups. So some disappointment coming in terms of outcome. Remember the new moon in Capricorn. I mean, this is like a 14-day cycle. So somewhere around the 29th of January, we'll be entering the full moon in Leo. So when we think about what we want to let go of, I think there's this idea of like dreaming about what we want for a year, but expecting it to happen in a day or 2 days or 14 days or 2 months or 3 months. And again, I said that manifestations are going to happen faster, but sometimes we miss them because we're not living the present. And this card really talks about not living in the present. So it's a bit of an omen, I think, but it's also a bit of the thing I love about the tarot is when you see something coming, you can change the outcome. So if you are envisioning things and you step into this energy of disappointment, this is also the energy of like self-pity, then it's a moment to step out of it. And if you do feel this energy of feeling bored or dissatisfied or disappointed, identify it, call it out, and feel it. Like that's really the energy of this card, is to actually feel what's going on. I do want to look past this outcome just to see what's coming after the Four of Cups. We have the World, successful completion, endings and new beginnings. We have the Seven of Wands. This really speaks about that vulnerability that comes in after we have some bit of success. And we have the Hangman, so seeing things from new perspectives. So this disappointment that may or may not be coming for you is a gift. And this energy really talks about not seeing and not accepting the gifts that are coming around you. So there might be some endings and new beginnings coming, potentially around, or that spark the ability for you to see things from a new perspective, and also to kind of stand up for yourself, and to sit in your vulnerability sometimes. I mean, I think the biggest strength that you have sometimes is to avoid the impulse to be defensive and to really step into your vulnerability and share that with other people. And I think that is the new beginning that we're having. This is successful completion of a cycle. And new moons are all about what you let go. So if you thought you let something go months ago and it comes back around, there is no need to be disappointed about it. You just need to feel it, so that you can move that energy through you, and so that things can come to you a little bit better, or for your higher good. I do want to pull some advice from the Moonology deck, and then I'll also go ahead and read the Perception card at the end of this if you stick with me. So let's get some advice around this new moon energy. What do we need to bring into the next 2 weeks here? How do we use the Capricorn energy of hard work to make our dreams pay off? New moon in Aquarius. Interesting. We're moving into the season of Aquarius from the season of Capricorn. So we're talking about a 28-day cycle here. We also have 9 months, I'm getting, in terms of timing. So we have this new moon in Aquarius card, bring love into this situation. So this is the time to really live from the heart. I do want to clarify a couple of cards here. We do have Gemini energy here, as well as Cancer energy, Scorpio energy here. So let's start with the Scorpio, this transformation energy. Tell me about Scorpio energy here. Page of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and 7 of Wands. So again, I think there's an energy of vulnerability around what we need to learn. There's an energy of needing to learn more about where our passions are, and to bring those into form. I think this has to do with long-term planning, like long-term visioning. 10 of Pentacles energy is very it's ultimate abundance, success, legacy. But the thing about legacy is that generally legacy matters when you look back on it, right? So there's a need to be a little bit more vulnerable around what you are trying to create in the world. Clarifying this Cancerian energy, the Chariot showing up as the opportunity. Six of Wands, or Six of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Okay, it looks like you're moving away, or we are moving away from this feeling of being restricted, this feeling of being locked in. I can't do it. It's sort of this like, I can't do it. Like, I can't make a decision, being like very stuck in your head. And this probably has to do with something that happened in the past, a person or an energy or an idea, potentially an idea around what sort of legacy or thoughts that you want to bring into the world. There's an opportunity to overcome this energy of sort of being heavily in the mind and being stuck. And again, I think that this has to do more with if you want to move away from something, if you want to move, the things that we're running away from, we're also running to, right? And you think about hopes and fears. You hope for things because you fear the other thing, right? So if you want to move towards or away from the energy of the past, or you want to, I think, this card comes as like nostalgia, right? We can move towards the energy of the things that that used to make us happy. And we can move away from the energy of things that make us sad. But it takes for us to get out of our heads and start feeling. And the Seven of Wands is here. This is really about feeling, right? Allowing yourself to feel. Clarifying where'd my cards go? There you go. Clarifying the Gemini energy, the Lovers showing up in the hopes and the fears. The Sun, Five of Swords again, and the Five of Cups. Yeah. So this has to do with finding happiness in difficult situations. Okay, Five of Swords, conflict energy. Five of Cups has to do with loss and sadness and grief. And it's trying to find your happiness. Again, there's this energy here of like wanting to, not allowing yourself to get out of this energy. Let yourself, like, cry, feel it. Make a choice to not fear things like loss and conflict. Make a choice to live and love so that you can start to move into higher happiness. And happiness isn't necessarily like this overwhelming feeling of abundance and joy. Happiness is something else altogether. The camera was barking at me. It started flashing, and I just wanted to make sure this video didn't go anywhere. So happiness is about the center way. It's about staying centered, right? This is happiness, but this is happiness over a season. So the ebbs and flows of a day, the ebbs and flows of a 24-hour cycle still happen here. So it's very important to make a choice about how we're going to deal with difficult situations, how we're going to deal with conflict, and how we're going to deal with sadness, so that we can ultimately be happy. Remember, this new moon in Capricorn is really talking about the next year. So how do we use the next 2 weeks to make sure that we can achieve happiness and the things we want, and start the new projects and the things that we want to start over the next year, right? So very important here. Before I shut up here, I do want to read the perception card. If you want to stay with me. It's 39, that's 14. Yeah. Temperance energy, Sag energy there. Perception, beyond the veil of illusion. The lady featured on this card looks directly at the observer. She radiates love and wisdom, yet stands firmly in her own truth. From this standpoint, she is able to see beyond the veil of illusion. She has shown up in your reading today to reflect these same qualities within you. You are advised to stand your ground with regards to a particular person or issue. Stand within your own truth and don't be swayed by another's beliefs, opinions, or views. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not. Trust your intuition and gut feeling on this one. Be true to yourself. You can respect another's views without having to change your value system. If it doesn't align with your values, then don't take it on. Getting this conflict energy here, right? Standing in your values and not really backing down, right? It requires vulnerability. An affirmation for you: I honor another's truth, but stand firm within my own. I am comfortable with who I am. I keep an open heart and mind. I empower myself when I honor my values. In being true to me, I am also true to others. So very important energy here. Very important. I needed that reading this morning. I hoped it helped you out. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and comment. I would really appreciate it. You can also follow me on social media. I am here every week, Monday through Thursday. There is a schedule in the description box below. And with that, I will see you, what's today? Sunday? So I'll see you tomorrow.